Chances are if you're moving from out of state to LA, you've never heard of Glassell Park. And to be honest, even if you live in LA, there's a huge chance you haven't heard of Glassell Park. But to be honest, I think it's worth talking about. The area, the location is unbelievable, right by Silver Lake, Highland Park, Los Feliz, Pasadena, Burbank, Glendale, all the hot spots, and it kind of goes under the radar. So today, let's see what the crime's like, the schools, how much does it cost to live in Glassell Park, and what is it all about? That's what you're looking for? Come on, let's go. Glassell Park is a tiny neighborhood, to be honest, less than 3 square miles and only about 25,000 residents, so half as many as neighboring Highland Park. Right now I'm in the main park in Glassell Park, and to be honest, it represents Glassell Park very well. It's small, but there is a swimming pool. It's great if you've got a dog, you want to run them around, or young kids. It's got a park. People can play soccer or baseball. So it has everything you kind of need. It's obviously quiet as well, but no, it's not a massive park. Don't think you're going to go hiking in it like Griffith Park, for example. I'm Matt Tilley, the British bloke. I'm a local realtor, and if you're looking to make a move in the next 10 days or 10 months, give me a call. You can never start the research too early, and I'm always happy to help. I made the move from London back in 2008, so I know what it's like to make a scary move across states or even across continents. I almost just fell over. Hope to hear from you. What I really like about this neighborhood, and it's worth talking about if you ask me, because solely of this reason, is its location. It's right next to Atwater Village, Highland Park, Silver Lake with Sunset Junction and all the hip and trendy restaurants. You've got the shopping at Glendale Galleria or the Americana. Pasadena and Burbank aren't far if you work at the studios for Disney. And also it's close to Hollywood and downtown LA. So the location, if you want to live on the east side of Los Angeles, really, really A-star. Crime is decent too. I just did a video on Highland Park next door. Check that out if you want. But there the crime is kind of high. Just next door, Glassell Park, the crime stats are pretty good. If you check it out here, way below national average. And when it comes to crime in LA, that's always a good thing, especially if you're trying to raise a young family. I'm sure you're thinking about renting or buying a home. So let's go check out the homes and see what the price points are. If you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe. I do videos every week on what it's like to live in LA County. If that's what you're looking for, hope to see you in my next video. So how much does it cost to move into Glassell Park? Well, you can get a 2-bed condo for about $550,000, which isn't really bad for LA prices. A 3-bed condo is about $850,000. For a 2-bed single family home, really you need between $900,000 and $1 million for a good selection. For a 3-bed, just to get on the market, you can buy something for 900 grand, but it will need work. If you want turnkey, ready to move in, it's about 1.1, 1.2 million, and it'll probably be under 1,400 square foot. Glassell Park, like a lot of neighborhoods in this area, 190 years old, and guess what? Back in those days, the homes were small. 1,000 square foot, 1,200 square foot if you're lucky. So if you're moving to this neighborhood, don't think you're gonna get a mega mansion. Now, if you do want a bigger home, and when I say bigger home, I'm talking about 1,500 square foot, which is outside of LA, is still small. You need about 1.3 million. In Glassell Park, there are 1,800 square foot homes and a little bit bigger, but you need about 1.5 to $2 million. And like I said, if you want those really big homes over 2,000 square foot, you're gonna struggle in this neighborhood. Oh. I used to live in Los Feliz, not too far from here, and I'll tell you one secret perk. If you like skiing, Mount Baldy is about 45-minute drive away. Now, don't get me wrong, it's no world-class skiing. If you want to go skiing one day for a couple of hours, get your fix, Mount Baldy, check it out. It's not too bad. Glassell Park is kind of hard to work out if you ask me. There's no real main area to go for restaurants and bars. You're probably going to end up in Highland Park or Eagle Rock, slightly trendier neighborhoods. It is gentrifying slowly. There's definitely people buying homes and doing them up, and the neighborhood is going places, but it's way behind Highland Park, Los Feliz, Silver Lake, Eagle Rock. It's kind of one of the last ones to gentrify if you ask me. In terms of a place to buy long term, I don't know if it's for you. Maybe it's more of a place where you come and you rent, build some roots, and then when you're ready to buy, maybe you move to one of the neighboring towns. There's still a lot of people in Glassell Park born and raised. It doesn't really have an identity, if you ask me, just yet. If you said, you know, explain Glassell Park in 3 words or 3 main points, it would be hard to do it. It doesn't really have an identity, and like I said, I think that's why a lot of people have never even heard about it. You don't ever say to your friends, let's go hang out in Glassell Park tonight, that'll be fun. The draw of this neighborhood really is the fact that you're right by the trendy neighborhoods, but you're not paying the trendy neighborhood prices. That's the only reason to live here, if you ask me. The schools are okay. The crime is better than Highland Park. Walking up the hills right now, this is reminding me that I need to get to the gym and do some cardio. Whew. Once again, you're near the mountains, so the weather definitely is hotter than Santa Monica, Long Beach, obviously those beach towns. It can be really hot in the summer. 15 degrees hotter than those areas I just mentioned. And if you're thinking of commuting to the west side on a regular occasion, I don't think this neighborhood's for you. Yes, we're right by the freeways, but during rush hour traffic, for example, just going 10 miles can be an absolute nightmare. So if you want to be heading to the beach quite regularly, or you've got friends down on the west side and you want to see them on a regular basis, this neighborhood, it's not for you. If you ask me, it's kind of got lost in the mix. If you ask me what the architecture was like for the homes, it would be hard to explain. This home right here is being worked on right now. So there are some properties being bought and done up. There is value still in that, but is this neighborhood ready to rock and roll? It's gentrified and it's good to go? No. Will it be gentrified in 5 years? Maybe. There's just not enough restaurants and bars or shopping areas or things to do for me to call this a fun place to live or an attractive place to live. It's kind of a transient area. Maybe you move here for 3 years, build some roots and move on. But the vibe here, blah, if you ask me. You know, look at these houses. Homelessness isn't bad. Same as Highland Park. You go to trendy Los Feliz, you're going to see a lot more homeless people. There are homeless people in Glassell Park. I've seen a few vans and tents, but is it out of control? I wouldn't say so. Now, one pro about Glassell Park, if you want a home, secluded, quiet neighborhood up in the hills, look at that view behind me. For under $1 million, Glassell Park has you covered. That's extremely hard to find in LA. Beautiful views like this, sweeping hills, no one really walking past your home, and secluded. So Glassell Park offers that. You're kind of up in the hills. The homes aren't necessarily great, but they have some character. But yeah, I know I've been saying some bad things about Glassell Park, or that's what it sounds like, just because, like I said, it doesn't really have an identity. But if you want to be secluded, kind of out in the sticks a little bit, nice views, no one really bugging you, you could definitely take a look at this neighborhood. This kind of sums it up, if you ask me. Nothing wrong with it, but just a little bland. That's Glassell Park. Also, if you're not buying right now because the rates are too high, I can get you 2% off your mortgage rate in the first year right now. So instead of 7.2, I can get you 5.2. This is of August 2023. So don't be put off because you think rates are too high. I can chop 2% off. There's less competition right now. We're actually negotiating on homes for the first time in 3 or 4 years. We are paying under what the listing price is. Wow, haven't done that in a long time. So don't be put off by the market. It's not as bad as you think. There's a lot of clickbait out there scaring the bejesus out of everyone. Give me a call. Let's have a conversation. I promise you, you won't be as scared about buying a home in this market after chatting to me. Hope to hear from you.